Hello, my favorite English language learners. It is your favorite English teacher here, Amy Joy, and you would not believe what happened to me today. As I was driving to the gym, I got a flat tire. So instead of going to the gym, I drove straight to the mechanic and waited about 2 hours while they fixed my car. And while I was at the mechanic, I was stranded. I had no way to get home. I had no way to escape. I was stuck. But while I was there, I figured that I would turn my bad luck into a learning opportunity for you and brainstorm some vocabulary related to driving. So in this video, I've got about 12 words for you related to driving, and I hope you find them helpful. So the first phrase we're going to learn is to get a flat tire, and that is what happened to me today. Now, when you get a flat tire, you might be stranded on the side of the road. To be stranded, again, means to get stuck, to not be able to escape, to not be able to leave. So if you are all by yourself and you have no way to get out, you are stranded. And today I was stranded. And our next phrase is to parallel park. To parallel park means to park on the street between two cars. This can be very difficult for some people, and I am some people. I cannot parallel park. I usually try to avoid it, or I ask someone to do it for me. I really should learn, but yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any advice or if you can parallel park. I will be very impressed. And the next few words I'm going to tell you are all bad things, all things that you should not do while driving, even though we still might do them sometimes. The first one is to run a red light. To run a red light means to drive through a traffic light while it is red. Green means go, red means stop. This phrase is a little bit funny because we use the verb to run. We don't say to drive, but you run a red light even though you are driving. And we have a similar word for this, but for walking, and that is to jaywalk. To jaywalk means to cross the street illegally, maybe while the light is red, or maybe there's not even a crosswalk or there's not even a light, you just cross the street. One time when I was in Poland, I was actually with a group of friends and we crossed the street and the police came up to us and tried to give my friend a fine for jaywalking. And I think they were messing with us, but we were really nervous because we thought we did something really bad. In the US, you won't usually get a fine or a ticket for jaywalking. You can, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, our word is to jaywalk. And before we go on to the next word, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell so YouTube will notify you whenever I post a new video. Another thing that you should not do when driving is speed. To speed means to drive over the legal speed limit. And one time in high school, I was speeding and a cop pulled me over and gave me a ticket, and I had to pay about $450 for going about 20 miles over the speed limit. So be careful when you're driving on our freeways. Don't go too fast or you might get in trouble. Now, another thing that you definitely should not do is drink and drive. And by drink, we mean alcohol. So obviously you should not be driving while you are under the influence. If you do, you might receive a DUI. A DUI stands for driving under the influence of alcohol or something else. So we have to run a red light, to jaywalk, to speed, to drink and drive. And if you do any of these things, it is very likely that you will get pulled over. To get pulled over means that a cop turns his sirens on and pulls you to the side of the road. Now, if you do ever get pulled over, it's really important to behave properly. You should always stay in the car, have your driver's license and your car registration ready to give the police officer, and keep your hands on the steering wheel. I actually had a student tell me that once he got pulled over in the US and he got out of his car to talk to the policeman, and the police drew his gun on my student simply because because my student did not know the typical interaction for dealing with police in the US. So make sure that you are very polite, you stay in your car. I really hope you don't end up in that situation, but if you do, now you know what to expect. Now, if you do get pulled over and you were doing something really bad, then you might get a ticket. And if you get a ticket, it is likely that you will have to pay a fine. To pay a fine means to pay a certain amount for your wrongdoing. So please be safe while you're driving, don't run red lights, don't speed, and definitely don't drink and drive. Okay, I will stop being your mom now, and if you have ever been pulled over or you have ever gotten a ticket, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you were speeding or if you got pulled over. Let me know how that was. I would love to hear from you. And that's all for today. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell so that YouTube will notify you whenever I post a new video. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.